Снова привет. The internet is not helping us today, but we're trying to go through to make a good live with Pokrss Lampas.
Йоу, привет еще раз. Слушай,
И снова здравствуйте.
да. Слушай, мне кажется, что эта тема связана с картинками, которые ты показываешь. Как будто, когда мы переключаем на картинки, сильно падает связь. Может быть, там какой-то, не знаю, какая-то, короче, загрузка из-за этого идет.
Вирус.
Ну, может быть, слишком мои картинки тяжелые, кто его знает.
Тяжелые картинки, но не
Да,
тяжелая судьба.
не тяжелые. Ну, кто знает, опять же, что уж мы будем загадывать.
Пока что нет. Okay, so let's get back to... Мне кажется, ты прав. Покрас секси, ну а то, ребят, come on.
Это все усы, мы же понимаем.
Мы же понимаем, да.
Главный стиль.
Okay, so let's get back to English class for your audience and English class for our audience as well, because Mexico is watching us today and France, Martinique is watching us today. So I wanted to dive in a little bit more about your personal growth as an artist. First of all, have you felt the support of your family? And have they encouraged you to grow artistically? And when you announced them that, hey, this is what I want to do, what was their reaction?
I'm very happy that my family not started to stop me from being artist because it's a bit hard kind of profession for young people in Russia. And I used to be a graffiti artist when I was around like 20 years. And in that age, in Korolyov, in quite small town in Moscow region, of course, it was not, so much craziness about like artist life, and not a lot of information about it. So I prefer to be independent in all of my steps, and I never asked my family to support me. So when I felt myself that I'm ready to come out of my city, I just came from uh, from Korolyov, from Moscow, to St. Petersburg, and started to live my own life with my own achievement, problems, failures, and everything. And it was great because it was no any like miscommunication with my family through all of these years. They understand all of my like effort to arts, and they gave me freedom, like, okay, if you want to be an artist, do what you want. So I respect it every time.
How are they proud of you now? Do they
I
come
think
to your
so.
shows and
It's good because you're on like TV or on some magazines or even some cover of the magazines or something like this. So they get feedback from people, from like their friends or someone else, that hey, we seen Pokrss here, we seen Pokrss here, and of course they are happy to get so many good feedback about me from people they know and don't know. And of course I'm not, like trying to encourage my parents with like, guys, have you seen my new cover? For me, it's more about like, oh, you seen, cool, it's pleasure. So I prefer, to be a bit of humble in terms of popularity with my family, and for me, it's very important more about, like the way of art I'm doing, and they see the quality of the work, they see the like size of the work, and of course I know that they respect my style and respect the like respect how hard it is, because the only one thing I need to tell people is when you're going to live as an artist all of your time, and you have no space between your like regular life and artistic life, you need to understand that you will spend all of your time and effort and power and like everything like money and attention only on your artworks. And of course, it will affect the time you spend with your family and the time you spend with people, even with your friends, because you can't handle everything. You need to be more focused on something to achieve your best in this. And the thing I really appreciate from my family is that they never asked me to, like stop everything and come like for a dinner or come to Korolev from St. Petersburg or something else. They always respected my time and respected my effort to arts.
And what would you say is their favorite work from you?
Um,
Do you
I
think
don't
there
know.
is one like that?
I'm even trying to not know what's the favorite thing for people from me, because I don't need this kind of feeling to, like to understand. For me, it's more important to know that they have no project which will make them feel bad about me, like, because we're speaking about reputation, we're speaking about the values, and if I will do project which values will affect my family in a bad way, it will be bad for me. So this is important. And if we speak about the favorite, I prefer to not know about it.
That's an interesting position. So we didn't talk a lot about the confinement situation, but I wanted to ask you, you as a visionary, who always is a step ahead of the game, how do you think that this situation is going to affect the art world? Are we going to be geared towards AR, VR, digitalization? Everybody's going to get uploaded to the cloud. Like, how do you see the future after everything that's happening?
It's hard question, of course, because here is a lot of things going on, not only for artists but for people in every ages, in every country, in every profession, everywhere. So artist is a part of society. If we feel ourselves as a part of society, it will affect us. If some artists feel themselves as something which is divided from society, it will not affect them. So this is, like one kind of this situation. The second one is it's all about the communities. And if we spoke about the artistic way to express yourself, of course it can be changed. Is it important? I don't think so, because if you want to express yourself, you will express it just because you feel it. You don't need to change your style because of the new, era of representation of yourself or something. But you can try it, and if you will enjoy it and if you will understand it, you will just improve your skills. So it's uh, it's more about the difference between subcultures, because as I understand now, we had sometimes very divided communities and divided groups of people, art groups, like different kind of interests, and people used to divide itself and ourselves to understand who is the first. But now probably the problems in the world will unite people more, because if you are not united, you will just lose everything you achieved. So in this kind of ways, there is no difference. Like, are you a graffiti artist, or you are a video artist, or you are calligraphy artist, or you are a curator, or like something, because you need to unite your knowledge, you need to unite your skills, you need to unite your audience to stay strong and keep yourself growing up, and probably help other people to grow up too. So it's very uncommon situation, and in this uncommon way, I don't feel problem in the way to express yourself. Probably the more problems how people will help each other.
Exactly. And do you think it's important for an artist to have a message for the public?
Um, I think that it's a decision of the artist. What he is gonna do or her is gonna do. Like what's artist value is important. What's artist philosophy is important, and the way how a message is written or exposed or like posted, it's all unique. Anyway, if you have a clear message, you will touch a large amount of audience. If you have a hard to understand message, probably you will speak with very small amount of people. But there is no truth or no best way. It's all working and it's all okay to be done.
Do you have a message?
I think so, yeah.
What is it?
Uh, it's two different kind of messages. Depends what you asking. If you ask my artworks itself, the artworks will be about the modern calligraphy and the evolution of writing in the world, which is more united than like 100 years ago. So if we speak about modern script is now influenced by so many cultures. And my way of writing shows up the harmony of cultures and harmony of different skills and techniques and cultures and subcultures and tools and everything in a new fusion and in a new style. So in this way, the message is clear. And if we speak about myself, my value is more about the new artist generation, and this generation shows up that we have a different paradigm of your own career, different paradigm of your own evolution, and different paradigm of your own influence, of your own like self-growing, of your of yourself. It's just you can be an example as a person to someone. So if you share the knowledge how you get something, probably people will do the same, and your good influence will help more people through it. So in this way, there is no so important what kind of style you represent. It's more important how you are living and how you are speaking, how you feel yourself in the general way.
Amen to that. That is really important to say, because I think there is a sense of responsibility when you do public art and when you become a public persona. You start to have this family around you, this family, this following, this community, and this community starts to see you as someone who they look up to, because you have initially established a sense of respect, and a sense of respect brings a sense of responsibility geared towards your public as well, I think. So I agree with you on that, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to the confinement situation. Now, I know you travel a lot and you're invited internationally all over the world, and I will repeat to Martinique as well. Where, if you would had a possibility right now to find yourself in any country, where would it be?
It's hard to say because I can find myself in only one location. I feel myself in transition between one and second and third, and in this transition, I can understand the difference, and through the difference learn something new. So, for example, if I will come from Russia to UAE, to Sharjah or to Dubai, I will see how Middle Eastern culture goes through the very modern and sometimes even futuristic time, and how it's changing, how the traditional culture is changing, and I can understand it through the script, through the art, through museums, through public spaces, through architecture. And after this, if I will come, for example, to Shanghai, I will see so many difference between these cultures and the scripts and signs, and at the same time, I will feel so many common things. But it will be two different parts of the world. And after this, I can come to New York, I can come to London, I can come to Paris, and I will see also something common, something different. So in this progress, in these travels, in this like thinking, I getting so many influence on myself.
But now the city of your choice to live is St. Petersburg. What is your favorite thing about St. Petersburg?
Um, I, I, I see St. Petersburg as a cultural heart of Russia, and that's the reason why I want to be here. For me, it's the city I want to represent as myself, and I want to learn and like to be learned by the city.
Is there any particular place that you love in St. Petersburg that everybody would want to go to? Like your favorite place in St. Petersburg? What would you call it?
Mm, I like the city center of St. Petersburg at all because even if you like just walking through the street, going to the yards, going to the small streets, to some channels, rivers, you will just feel it, and you will feel how city is beautiful and how people are like making the city life. So I can say that I have only one space. Maybe if we'll say, and I will tell you, like general staff building of Hermitage Museum is one of the strongest places. But at the same time, I cannot spend so many times there because it will be common for me if I will be there every time. So, I'm trying to make myself hungry for coming someday or somewhere.
What is the best time to visit St. Petersburg? Like best time of the year? Winter?
For me is late spring and early summer. Yeah,
Okay,
always
so
blooming, very hot but not too hot. White nights. That's perfect.
maybe one day ipaf St. Petersburg. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
My
hope so. I hope so. For me, it's very important to see more street art and more international arts in Saint Petersburg every year, and to make it bigger and stronger, it's important. Oh yeah, hey Arseny. Yeah, hey bro.
God, yes. Okay, so I think what we would do and what we should do, as we had a lot of Russian speaking audience today. I mean, we completed our mission totally for France, Spain, Mexico, and everybody who speaks English anywhere. But I think there's a request from your Russian speaking audience and our Russian speaking audience to do a live in Russian.
Ну, easy, легко.
Да,
Guys,
ребят, давайте мы предлагаем с Покрасом для всех, у кого по-английски был кол или двойка, и для всех, кто хочет подтянуть английский. Сегодня был такой workshop Understand Pokrss in English. Ну и, соответственно, вы все поняли, что Pokrss прекрасно владеет английским языком. Но мы сделаем лайв специально для всех, кто нифига сегодня не понял. Так что будет такая ситуация. Если все за, то давайте, пишите в комментариях, что let's go. So my last question in English would be да, отлично произношение. Девушка из Москвы.
очень хорошо.
Мне очень хорошо жить в Париже.
На здоровье.
Да, на здоровье. Для тех, кто не понял, мы делали лайв на страничке ipaf Festival. ipaf Festival — это международный фестиваль, который проходит по всему миру, и поэтому, чтобы нас поняли все, кто участвует в нашем фестивале, мы сегодня с Покрасом англиизировали. Но мы сделали специально для вас на русском языке. на днях, да? Придумаем?
Да, я думаю, да, легко. Главное, чтобы чуть-чуть с графиком моим совместилось, и будет вообще супер.
Супер. И мы разрешили секрет картинок, которые портили нам связь.
Мгм. Это интересно, это интересно.
Это интересно, да, ты решил большую проблему, спасибо.
Мгм.
Я бы хотела задать все-таки последний вопрос на английском языке, и, как ни странно, он будет не про твои усы, тем не менее.
Хорошо?
I wanted to ask your message to an artist that is just starting his career and what he has to focus on and how to keep inspiration, how to keep following the dream when not shooting to the stratosphere directly, but have a path. So, what would be the message?
I guess it will be message to understand how to be a part of community and how to make your community even very small stronger and how to unite the power of your community to the message and to something very important for you. So you don't need to lose yourself in your art. You need to find yourself in your art. And at the same time, you need to understand that one day you will need to outgrow, even if community is very important for you. Because if you will find the reason you want to be bigger and you want to be stronger, and if you will one day do this, one day you will be part of the bigger community. And at the same time, you will need to learn how to outgrow this community or make this community stronger. So anyway, you need to understand that all his arts is connected to people, and if you respect people, if you love to express yourself not for something like money, but more about something valuable and immortal, no matter how your style is going, it will be a thing which will be very meaningful for yourself. That's all.
What is your favorite work?
I have no favorite work because
No,
if I would love something bigger.
not word, but a word, слово. Твое любимое.
Слово. Культура, culture. Culture is everything.
And on that note, on that cultural note, I think we should ramp it up for today. But we promise to the Russian-speaking audience that we will do a stream in Russian because we did have a lot of questions in Russian. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for following. Ребят, спасибо большое. Мы обязательно сделаем трансляцию на ipaf по-русски. Такого мы еще не делали, но сделаем обязательно.
Yeah, thanks everyone, guys, girls. It was a pleasure to spend this hour with you. It was a pleasure to speak with Alla, to see Alla because we missed each other, because we haven't seen each other on festival last year and in Paris when I was in Paris. So it will be great to see you again, and hopefully when the borders will be open, see you at the festival. And cheers and drink tea or something stronger, and keep safe, wash your hands, stay close to people and support your family, and be cool persons. Yeah, hugs everyone. Bye bye.
Any music? Can we finish on any music track that you're listening to right now?
Oh yeah, that's easy. You want to play it from my laptop, or you want to just name me the title?
No, you play. You play.
Oh,
You're
okay,
the DJ.
okay.
You always finish
Okay, guys.
listen to.
Okay. I have a very good song for the end. I will check on my laptop, and let me see who it's going to be. It's going to be an artist The name of the artist is Slow Tie. He is a very strong grime rap music from British rap scene, and he doing a very strong and original video and all of the stuff. And this is his track Psycho, made with guy Denzel Curry, and it is super strong stuff, guys. It's a bit crazy for your mind, but you need to get it because you know if I will not show you up, maybe you will never get it. So yeah, let's play it.
Okay, hi. Thank you, Seth. On this party note, we say
Все, всем пока.
увидимся скоро.
Что ты говоришь? What do you
Увидимся
say?
скоро. И
А,
увидимся скоро в языке. Супер. Спасибо
все,
большое.
всем пока. Всем йоу,
Обнимаю.
растите усы.
Простите, девочки тоже.